over there.
I tell you what, I'm maybe you could answer me this question, but you look at Australia and you look at all of the trainers that are out there.
Yeah.
It just seems to be in a completely different league to the UK.
Yeah.
What's
So
all that? What's
so
all
this
that
is one of
about
my. It's one of my fashion. So I have a. So Peter Knight's announcing tonight, isn't he? He's announcing what the replacement is going to be for
Sounds exciting.
the Sunday Times. And look, it's near a bar, so that's always quite exciting. But the one of the things. I mean, I've been lucky enough to go to ARLA now for the last 6 years. And that's a 2-day event, and you're asking, and this is the individuals paying, so this isn't the company paying for people, this is them paying themselves, and they're paying around, I think it's around $900, which, okay, with Brexit, sorry you got me on that, but it's a little bit more expensive, but it's probably about 500 quid.
So would you get a neg paying 500 quid?
And you literally get, so there's a few businesses I know who take 30 teams. What they will do, the businesses will tend to pay for the dinner and things like that, the entertainment, but they pay themselves to go up there, and they genuinely believe in self-improvement there. And you're listening to the Matty Hastings from Cobden and Hayson, the Phil Harris, and you've obviously got one of the best who's come over here a number of times, Josh Fegan, in terms of doing it.
He's good.
I think we are really good. He's exceptional. I think we're really good at talking the talk about training and development is important, and when we come down to it, we fail on that metric.
And do you think that's the responsibility of the individual negotiators to
I think we de-skilled to a large degree, didn't we? I think we definitely de-skilled and took a lot of that out of it, and that's a shame. And I think it's taking us. You spoke about Ian White. Ian White was talking today. The gap between other agents and the best agents is growing wide. I firmly believe it. In fact, I know it because I can see it in our.
Because he's got some. He works for Agency Mentors with Stephen Brown, and to be honest with you, the courses they run are absolutely fantastic, aren't they?
Yeah, we took hands above the table. We took a share in it. We firmly believe in training and development. We wanted that extra level of consult. I mean, going back to it, so our gaffer, George, he founded the company, and I think he'll admit himself, if it was down to him, it wouldn't be hopefully the powerhouse that it is now, because like me, he can barely work email. He teamed up with the right person, our Steve Jobs Dominic, to get that done. But what George nailed 100% in the early days was he identified that most of the software houses actually saw training as a revenue earner. And why would you ever want to limit the ability of your client base to get the most out of software? So you'll hear it yourself. How many times do you hear, I use about 40 or 50% of the product? Well, you're not going to be a raving advocate, are you? So his genius was back then to actually include training in the model, because he knew when the market went south, the first thing you cut out, perversely, is training and development.
Amazing.
And at the very time, I remember when we had a few phone calls from clients when the recession hit the first time around in 2008, or first time for me, 2008, and we had people coming on the phone and says, you've got to get back in here, because we've got a whole load of staff now who don't know what it's like to get on the phones. Yeah. This is a new market. People like Ian obviously doing it then. And
Stephen's course on cold call, on picking the phone up, it's amazing. You can pay me some commission on that. No, you buy me a beer. He doesn't drink it, I think. Actually, does he?
Otherwise, we get them great.
No. And I think that's where I think a lot of agents could just self-improvement, self-awareness.